Happy New Year's Eve, everybody. Just wanted to hop on real quick and talk about a book I started to read, the first quote of the book, and how I've been thinking about New Year's Eve and the parties people have. So this book that I'm reading is called Outlive the Science and Art of Longevity. I think it's going to be a really great book. I'm already really enjoying the first chapter. But the first quote of the first chapter is, there comes a point where we need to stop just pulling people out of the river. We need to go upstream and find out why they are falling in. And this is by Bishop Desmond Tutu. Probably didn't say his name right. But the point of that quote is how I personally view mental health and us as adults. Within the mental health atmosphere, where it's really important to dig and find out why we are acting the way we're acting, doing what we're doing, by going back to our childhood. And what better way to prevent this in the first place is to find out how we can help people be better parents, right? So that we don't have children growing up to be adults that are messed up. I mean, that's the truth of it, right? A lot of us are kind of messed up mentally from our childhood. And so when I think about New Year's Eve and the partying that happens during New Year's Eve, which is perfectly fine to go out and party and have a good time, but what happens when we overextend that partying and we're just not really drinking to have a good time? Because it's a social thing, but we're more drinking to numb the pain or numb our life. What happens then? We really need to dig into the root of this behavior. And all next year, I want to come up with a plan. I'm coming up with a plan to dig into trauma, to help people understand what is trauma, how do we dig into it, what are the different ways, and then how can we come up with our values and our goals and keep going towards them even though we have really bad days? How can we keep the momentum going? So when you're out tonight, I should say, hanging out with your family and friends, I hope that it is where you want to be, with the people you want to be with, and that you're doing it out of fun and enjoyment, that you're not hitting the bottle or taking drugs to numb the pain. And if you are, let's talk about that. How can I help you to be a better version of yourself? What is it that's missing in your life that's making you not happy? Because we get to choose it. We get to choose every day our happiness, and we get to choose every day our sadness, and we get to choose every day our life. Unless you're under the age of 18, you really do get a choice. And how can we make that to be a better choice? So go out, have fun. I hope everybody does. And then tomorrow, everybody gets to ring in the new year and be a different person if that's what you want to be.